Well, we welcome you once again to our United in Diversity. This is a program where we explore the various cultures, the different practices, and the different values that has the potential of strengthening our ties. We live in a world that is becoming more and more global, and we live in a place where we interact differently, but we are thankful that despite our diversity, we celebrate one another. And we believe that diversity is God's gift for us to get to know more about one another and to give our proper respect to and admiration to the different cultures. Well, this is a program that is brought to you by IAS. And so today I would like to invite you to join me as I travel with my friends here in the studio. We'll travel to the wonderful country in West Africa, the beautiful country of Cameroon. Let's give a big round of applause to Cameroon. And I just would like to share this disclaimer to our viewers and audience that views expressed on this program don't reflect IAS. They are only opinions of our program participants. So with that, once again, I welcome the participants of today's, I would say, show. And if I would start with asking you to please introduce yourselves. Let's start from my right. Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Bella Vanessa. I'm from Cameroon, and I just graduated from the MPH program here at IAS. Oh, I've been here for about 5 years and a half now in the Philippines.
Great, thank you. Yes.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Nda Justine. I'm from Cameroon. This is my daughter.
Oh, okay.
I just came here for the graduation of my son who is this year.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to IAS. It's good to have a team of mother and daughter. Welcome, welcome. Yes.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ekoto Michel. I'm from Cameroon. I've been here for the past 7 years. I'm married to Ekoto Christian, and I'm taking a master's in public health with emphasis in health promotion.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Gabriel Masfa. As you know already, I'm also from Cameroon. I have been here for now 2 years and 3 months, and I'm taking my PhD in Adventist Studies and Historical Theology.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Once again, welcome, and I'm glad to see you wearing traditional costumes. Or do you have a different names for your attire? Yes, Michelle, you have something different.
It's complicated.
Okay.
Because
I like
in Cameroon, we have so many cultures, tribes, and languages. So for each culture, for each tribe, there is a different attire. Yes.
Okay.
So that's why we are wearing something different, each one of us.
So none of these come from the same place, I assume? Or maybe...
Okay. This I am wearing comes from his part because he's from the northern part.
From the northern
Yes. What we wear in my tribe, actually, it's like half naked. Because we use like sacks, like old bags. That's, yes, that's really our traditional thing. So we just cover this part and then the breast part. So the rest, we are just...
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Natural.
Yes, natural.
Okay, well, thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, before to continue, I want to correct yourself. Is Cameroon in part of Central Africa, not West?
Oh, sorry, Central
West
Africa.
is the Côte d'Ivoire and Ivory Coast. We are in the Central Africa.
Central Africa. Thank you for the correction. Yes, we are traveling to Central Africa, and I learned that Cameroon is also called miniature of Africa. Am I right? Yes, because you have everything there. You have the beaches, the mountains, rainforests, savannas, complete. So I would say if I would visit your country, I visited the continent.
Exactly.
Okay, now that's interesting. Okay, now let's start our trip. What makes your culture really unique? Let's start from our young lady here.
Well, okay, one of the things that makes Cameroon unique is the food. I'll talk about food because I love food. So
I like food. Yes.
in Cameroon, we have different tribes. I think more than 280 tribes. And each tribe has the staple dish, if you can say. Not really staple, but has different food. So every day of the year, a family can eat a different dish. Like, different. Today I'm eating this, tomorrow it's something else, the next day is something else, next thing is, yeah. That's
What would be your favorite dish, special to your place, that you love?
I love what we call sauce gombo and couscous de manioc. Sauce gombo is
Okay.
okra soup. Yeah, they call
Okra
it
soup,
okra
okay.
soup. And then couscous is cassava,
Cassava.
but like pounded and,
Okay.
something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
okay.
when it comes to food, actually talking about Cameroon, if you take cassava, only for cassava, you can eat cassava in like 20 different forms.
Oh.
Yes, so depending on how you want to eat it, depending on how you want to process it, and depending on the accompaniment.
Okay.
Yes, so what she's talking about is like cassava, which has been soaked for 3 days, dried, grind, and then, yes, that's how we cook it. So it's really different. That's actually something unique about Cameroon, because we have this ability to process, to change, to transform everything that we touch to make it more palatable.
So is cassava staple in your place? You find it everywhere?
Everywhere in the country, you'll find cassava.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. And Mama here, do you prepare this kind of dish
Yes.
very
I
often?
prepare, yeah.
So what are the things are unique, unique to Cameroon?
She will
Speaking
speak in French and I will
French.
translate.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Ok, ce qui rend le Cameroun unique, c'est que nous avons plus de,
After.
300 langues et cultures.
Okay, what makes Cameroon unique is that we have more than 300 languages and cultures.
Par
300
exemple, comme nous
languages.
sommes assis là, ça fait 3 cultures différentes.
For example, the way we are sitting here, there are 3 cultures represented.
Ah, donc c'est ce qui nous rend unique. C'est l'Afrique vraiment en miniature.
So that's what makes us unique. That's Africa, a small Africa.
Yes, you have the diversity.
La
So,
diversité.
so do you speak one language? You can understand one national, one uniting.
Nous avons le français et l'anglais comme la langue nationale.
We have French and English as national languages.
Et maintenant, nous avons les langues,
And then now we have our local dialects.
les dialectes.
Okay, that's interesting. Anything else that's unique? Let's hear from Gabriel.
Of course, you mentioned it already. What is so unique about Cameroon is that when you travel there, you have seen the whole of Africa. And that is the beauty of Cameroon. So that is something really unique. And you can't find it anywhere in Africa, only in Cameroon. So not only the beaches, but climate and cultures. So actually, our cultures, we have different culture, of course. But when you go to Cameroon and you see and analyze all the cultures, you will notice that in some part of Africa, like Zimbabwe or other, there are some aspect of our culture that you may find there, because everything is represented right there in Cameroon.
Oh,
And
that's
our
interesting.
way
That's
of
interesting.
dressing also.
So it's a melting pot of different cultures of the African continent. Wow. Now I know where to go if I want to see everything. Yes.
Okay, I would like to talk first. In general, in Cameroon, people are very hospitable. If you come to Cameroon, for sure you'll be happy. But the other problem is that Cameroonians are very direct. too
Okay.
much direct. Like if they have to say something, they'll just tell you right there on your face.
So no
They-
going around the bush.
No. They will. Sometimes it has been a cause of so many problems with some other cultures because we just express ourselves without minding how the person in front. And for us, Cameroonians, it's okay because that's how we express ourselves. So something also unique, especially in my culture, is that it's our dance, the way we dance. Sometimes they say in life, if you don't want to move in life, move like the Bafia dance, which means 1 step forward, 3 steps backwards.
Okay, and we'll be having a demonstration later on, right? Do you agree with that? Okay.
Yeah.
After this.
So our dance is something really particular, but that's what defines us as Bafia, because I'm Bafia. Bafia, we call it Bafia. And also in my tribe, we are very tall. And people say we are tall because we eat a lot of corn. Yes, corn. Yes, we eat a lot of corn. So we can eat corn with any kinds of vegetables.
Oh.
But on the contrary, when you look at my husband's tribe, for them it's chili.
Chili.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
For them it's chili. They have something that is very unique. You will only get that in their tribe. Is what they call a banjeya. It's fish and chili only.
Oh.
Yes. So to get that part, you only need to visit their part because they live by the beach side. That's the place he's coming from. His mother is coming from. Yes. So chili is very common, and that dish is very special there. So these are few special things that they can have. From us. Yes.
I can relate to that. Fish and chili. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Anything else you would like to add about the uniqueness of culture? While you're trying to come up with something, let's move on about what are the values that are highly upheld in your culture. I know in some cultures we talked about family, about respect. Is there something similar to Cameroon, with Cameroon when it comes to family, or are there other things aside from family that is highly valued?
First of all, in Cameroon, man as a man, male,
Yes.
is highly regarded.
Okay.
And is really, really respected. In the family setting, you cannot talk to a man anyhow. You really have to mind your words when you talk, either especially to your husband or to your father. In fact, I cannot talk to my father and look at him in the eyes.
Okay, wow.
It's very impolite. So you always like maybe look down. Yes, but you cannot keep eye contact. It means you don't actually respect the person you are talking to. And also, if I have to address to my husband, I am very energetic, but usually when I have to address to my husband, I really have to calm down, take it easy, go close to him and ask him or tell him whatever I have to tell him, because that's a way of showing respect. I cannot also call him by his name, especially, for example, Ekoto, come here. It's not polite.
Not
I remember once I did that, and it was in a family setting, and my mother rebuked me, like, let it be the last time. So this is just to tell you how much we respect men in our culture. And also, when you get married, especially for us, your grandmother will buy you special dishes where you have to dish your husband's food. He is the only person who can eat in those dishes. Even if you have, no matter how important the guest visiting you, you don't have the right to serve food for that person using those dishes. So this is how high man is in our culture.
This is interesting. Let's ask Mama here. Now we've learned that male are highly regarded, highly respected. So what is the role of female, of woman, especially as a mother? How do people show respect to a mother, in the Cameroon society?
Dans la société camerounaise, la maman, celle qui fait la famille.
In the Cameroonian setting, mother is the one like, making the family. She's the one
Elle fait
holding
l'éducation
things.
de ses enfants.
She's educating the kids.
Si une fille sait préparer, c'est grâce à sa maman.
If a girl knows how to cook, it's because of the mother.
Parce qu'elle est déjà en train de la préparer pour le mariage.
Because the mother is preparing her for marriage. Yeah,
Okay,
for
okay.
marriage.
Donc, la maman, c'est elle qui fait, elle éduque les enfants, elle les contrôle. Et puis le papa, comme elle a dit, vient juste seulement superviser.
So the father in the family is like a supervisor, and the mom is in charge of educating the kids and all the rest.
So still the mother has a big role in preparing the young and organizing everything in the family.
Yes.
Wow, wow. This. We have one male here from Cameroon. Let's see his perspective on this whole thing about the male and his role, how he is respected.
You know what they have said is really true, and male are respected in Cameroon, and I believe also women are also respected at the same time.
Amen.
Because mothers are highly regarded by their kids and even other people who are not their kids. Actually, one thing that is maybe not unique about Cameroon, but there in the blood of Cameroonian is respect for elderly people. You don't have to be my father before I should respect you, or my mother before I should respect you. Anytime that I see that in terms of your age, you are older than me, so I should behave differently. So I have a way of treating you, a way of looking at you, and a way of addressing myself to you. And that is what is being observed, what is being done in Cameroon. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that enlightenment. Now, from your perspective, then, what other values do you see are highly regarded?
Usually, we attach a lot of importance or interest to our traditional, to traditions.
Traditions.
Yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the cultures, it depends on the tribes, it depends on the clans, but we attach a lot of interest in traditions. And it might be marriage, it might be the way we dress, the way we eat, the way we look at things, the way we talk. So we attach a lot of importance to the traditional values that we have. Like, I can take the example of marriage. In some places in Cameroon, it is not allowed for everybody like to go and get a lady from another tribe. So you have to stay in your settings.
Pick someone from your own tribe.
Yeah, you should pick somebody from
okay.
your own tribe.
Uh-huh.
I'm not quite sure if it is everywhere, but there are some tribes, especially in the northern part of my country. You have to stay in the traditional settings. And sometimes you may go abroad, still the tendency is to come back and go and pick a wife from there, because that's what the tradition is requiring you to do.
Wow, wow, wow. But are there instances where there's intermarriage
Yes,
between
yes,
different
yes, of course.
tribes?
Actually, right now, the tradition is like collapsing, not any longer.
Okay.
But people are still highly take it into consideration.
Yes,
All right.
I
Yes.
think just to add up to what Pastor Gabriel just said, there are some tribes actually, I can say, which are not allowed to get married together because they say there is a say that the marriage will not last. For example, in my tribe, there are people we are not allowed to attach to.
Okay.
Yes, but in a Christian setting, it's different because we have our Christian perspective. We all believe that we belong to the same family, the family of God. So when you are in a non-Christian setting, parents will really will not allow you to get attached to certain tribes. For example, this tribe, they will not be allowed to get married to the people from the west of the country because they have a different mindset. That, yeah, it will not last for long. And also, regarding what mom said regarding the importance of the mother in the family, something really important, a value that actually relies on the mother's responsibility is to teach to the girl how to take care of the house, how to cook. Before you even talk about marriage with a man, that's the first thing he will look at. Before you even reach the point to be girlfriend or boyfriend, that's the first thing a girl is supposed to know, at least how to cook and how to handle the situation, the house. The second thing is the mother has a very important say on the woman you have to marry, in the sense that whenever you have to marry a woman, if you convince your mother, you have convinced your father. But if your mother is not on your side, you have to forget about it. And some mother will go to the extent of testing the girl. Testing. For example, something my mother-in-law did for 3 months in a row, she will ask me to cook different dishes.
Wow.
Like almost every day. Just to see if I am able to take care of the son, if I'm able to handle the house, because it's not only cooking, but she wants to see how clean you are, how you can take care of the house, how you can take care of the visitor, how you take care of her if she visits you. So these are little things that you really need to pay attention to.
Now, this is very interesting that you're sharing with us. Now, I just would like to ask, is this the practice that is being done in everywhere across the country, or is it just, I'm talking about if it's a city setting, when you're living in the city, are these traditions still being upheld?
I lived in the city.
Okay, so
Yes.
so it's
Yes.
still
in majority,
majority.
yes, in
Oh, okay.
majority, in the big majority of the country, this
There's
practice is still,
and it's
yes.
still being passed down
Yes.
to your children and children. Wow. Okay, this is something really new for me. Yes.
Yeah, another
Pastor
thing
Kelvin.
that we can add what Mrs. Michelle has said already is that when somebody is getting married in Africa, let's say in Cameroon, you are not getting married for yourself alone. It's the whole family which is involved. Brothers, sisters, relatives, everybody is involved. So you have to be sure that your wife to be, is accepted in the family.
Okay.
Yeah, that is
Wow.
it. If you see that there are some people who are telling you, don't get married to that girl, and you cannot convince them that there is no problem, you can go ahead, but in the future you will face some troubles. And if you face some trouble, no one will come and help you, because they have told you, don't get into this situation, and you have insisted and you are now into it. Sometimes they may not look at it and let me say, we told you. So that's how important when you are getting married to see that everybody is accepting the girl in your family.
Does it apply the same to men? I mean, do the mother-in-laws, do they give tests to the male, how much they love the daughter? I don't know, how does this work? I mean, the ladies, they have these tests. How about the guys?
Mother can better answer the question.
The question my mom asked me when I was married. Quand je voulais me marier,
Yes.
il m'a demandé comment est-ce que le docteur vit avec ses sœurs.
Ask the mother.
Yeah.
She said her mom asked her if the husband how was the husband with the sisters? Like, how is he behaving with the sisters?
S'il frappe ses sœurs, ce qui va te frapper n'est pas un bon mari.
She said, the mother said, if he's beating the sisters, then he will beat you. So he's not a good husband.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yeah, and then it is as she said, of course, the mother-in-laws will really look at their daughters-in-law, but the mothers also, on the other side, they will also look at men. So there is a story in my country. 2 men wanted to marry the same girl. So the mother told the girl, bring me those 2 men. So she came up with the 2 men, and then the mother gave them bananas. So she left them there for a while, and she went. So one of them was eating his banana, peeling his banana, putting at his feet. The other one was eating his bananas, peeling them, putting, and push. Peeling, eating, push, and push. So the mother-in-law was looking. So when she came back, she told her daughter, you know, I will advise you to marry the guy who kept his bananas, his peelings on the floor. And the daughter asked why. Because if you marry that other guy, all the mistakes, all the faults, all the bad things in the house will be yours, yours, yours. So that's how important it is. Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. Interesting, interesting. Well, thank you for enlightening us about this marriage and getting our children prepared for marriage. Interesting, interesting. Let's shift gears a little. How do people communicate in public in your culture?
Ok.
It's up to you.
En public, pour communiquer.
To communicate in public,
Par exemple, quand j'arrive, nous sommes en public. Pour me saluer, elle doit mettre sa main en bas.
in public, when I have to greet her, I have to bend my hand like this.
Do it.
Oh, can you show us? Can you show us? Please stand.
Okay.
Demonstrate. Yes.
Yeah, like this.
Oh,
It's like this.
you bend your hand.
She
Yes.
bend her hand and me and put my own on top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the younger has to bend the hand, and the elder.
Elder, we're like bless or something.
Yeah, it's something like blessing for the Filipino.
Okay. So does this apply to a female to female or
Everybody,
Male-
respect. Le respect pour tout
That's
le
how
monde.
you show respect.
The
For, it's
general.
for
C'est comme
ça
everyone
qu'on
in
salue.
general.
so instead of shaking hands, you do
Yeah, that's from her husband's tribe.
This
Okay.
is my husband's
You-
side. In my place, they are shaking like this.
So in her place, you
Oh.
shake hands. But from the
Now.
husband, my father, that's when you have to bend. If you are
Wow.
younger, of course.
Wow,
And
interesting.
also, if maybe you have the same age, then you have to look at if your parents, whose parent is the eldest, then
okay.
the child of the eldest, we have to put the hands on top of the child of the youngest.
Oh, okay, okay. Now that's interesting. Interesting.
Like
Uh,
now,
uh,
I have 50-year-olds. I don't know how much we have.
She's asking how old.
Oh, 40.
Yeah, you need to
So-
put your own.
So
I
she
need-
said,
let-
if
let-
you're
let-
greeting her, you need to
So I need to.
lower. Like,
Lower.
Yeah.
Not all the head. Just
Only the hand, yes.
Okay, just the hand.
Yes. So
Then it means that.
you showed respect and you greeted.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Wow. How about
Yeah,
your
for
culture,
us,
Miss
as I said, you
Michelle?
don't keep the eye contact. That's the first thing. And then the second thing, when you greet someone, if you are the youngest, you don't give the hand first.
Okay.
You wait for your the elder to give you
To
the
give the
hand.
hand.
So if the person doesn't give you, just stay like this.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
but with an attitude of respect. Yes, so you wait for the person. Usually they will be the one to give you the hand. So, and then you will wait until they release your hand.
Okay.
Yes, because sometimes they will keep your hand asking for questions. So you have to
okay.
wait. And also within the elderly people, they have a way of greeting. Like if they meet, for example, my 2 grandmas, they'll give a hug, but not a full hug, not chest-to-chest contact. So they will start. I'll just demonstrate.
Okay.
So
Let's
it's
see the
something like
demonstration.
this. They go here, and
Uh-huh.
then here, and then here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
And
these
that's it. That's your
yes,
greetings.
yes, that's a greeting. So depending on your age and depending on the tribe where you are coming from, it's different. And also in public, there are expressions that only Cameroonian can understand. If you are not from Cameroon, you will not understand the way, for example, we exclaim ourselves. We call that onomatopoeia. If, for example, I'm talking to Mom or Vanessa and she gives me a bad news, there is a way I will exclaim. If you are not from Cameroon, you will not.
Give us an example.
Akie!
Oh, that's an expression of...
Yes, like when you receive a sad
news.
news, yes, or something shocking, you are just wokolo. If you are not from Cameroon, you will not really understand what it means.
How about an expression of happiness, excitement?
You? Yes, because we have this shout, like when someone will say, for example, Oyenga befam.
Oh, let me do for the women. Yes. For the women,
What does that
joy.
mean?
That's
This is
joy.
joy.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. If you say Oyenga binga, that's what she will do. Like Oyenga is.
That's joy.
Yes, yeah. For men.
Okay, for
yes,
men.
Just to show their manhood. Yes.
Wow. This is a lot of immersion that we're going on, we're having here. Wow. Pastor Gabriel, anything you want to add?
Yes, regarding communication in Cameroon, I think the first thing to start a communication with somebody is greetings. Yeah, you have to start with greetings. And this is very important because I've been to some other countries and I've seen that they can start communication without, starting by greetings. But in Cameroon, you have to greet first. So when the greeting is established, then you move to the communication, proper communication. And it depends on which kind of serious talk that you want to have. In some places, for some serious talk, after some greetings, then you have to sit. You sit down if it is really serious, and then you try to discuss. So it depends, again, on the cultures and different tribes where you find yourself. But first thing is greetings. And another thing is, I did not know it about Cameroon up to I went to Nigeria. And then somebody asked me, is it true that in Cameroon, when you ask somebody something by asking him a question, and he will reply by another question? And then I told him, who told you? Then he started laughing. He started laughing, and I knew that he caught me already. And that is very particular about
Now, is that true?
That is true.
You should have asked me a question. Okay.
Yeah. So there are many interesting stories about Cameroons and communications. So that is our uniqueness.
Wow. It's very unique.
And then just to add, there is something that we call pidgin in Cameroon. Pidgin. Yeah, it's like a mixture of French and English, or it's broken English. Cameroon is divided into two. We have the English-speaking part and the French-speaking part. But the thing is, people from the French part will not understand English, but they understand pidgin. Yes, same thing on the other side. So if you really want to communicate, wherever you go to, anyone, use pidgin. Yes, you'll be able to communicate with everybody.
So
yes.
Everybody would understand.
Yes, pidgin, yes. Even your grandmother. Yes.
Wow, interesting. Okay, let's go on. What are the social practices that are prohibited in communication in your culture? Any things that are not acceptable? Social practices. Who would like to start? Yeah, yes, please.
Yes.
Mama, please.
Quand on grandissait,
When they were growing up,
C'était difficile de voir les jeunes s'asseoir ensemble comme ça.
It was hard to see young people sitting together.
C'est-à-dire que quand mon ami venait me chercher, je devais être loin, pas à côté comme ça là.
It means when a friend would come to look for her, she has to be like far away. You can speak it. Oh, friends from opposite sex. Yeah, they do not sit near each other, even if you're dating or even if you're engaged, something like that.
Voilà. Mais
Physically separated.
Yes.
voilà. Il y a ça, et il y a aussi il y a bon, on sait que l'excision au nord, ça n'existe pas. On a déjà aussi arrêté ça, on est en train d'arrêter ça. À partir nord du Cameroun.
Before we had issues with incision.
Excision.
Excision. We say excision? Incision, yeah, in the northern part of Cameroon. But now it's prohibited, so it's okay.
Maintenant, ça n'existe plus. On laisse déjà les jeunes filles grandir.
So now
normalement.
young ladies are growing up normally without that issue.
Oh, okay. So young people of different sex still cannot mingle today? Or, I mean, when you say sit with one another...
À l'école, oui, mais façon que je vois, ils sont collés ici comme ça, là, quoi.
She's saying at school it's okay, but
Okay.
she's saying now here she sees people like close to each
Okay,
other,
okay, okay.
holding
And
each
then in
other.
front of the parents, you are
In
not
front of the
married.
parents.
This is not.
That is not acceptable.
It's not acceptable.
Okay. All right, all right. Yes.
It means until you are fiancé, like, or very close.
So no
to get-
physical touch until
Yes, no.
no holding hands, no. Okay.
You can do that, but not in front of your parents, because they still do that. So you cannot say that they
Yeah.
don't do that, but doing that in front of the parents is really, really disrespectful. Or for example, you visit your in-laws and then you come, your mother-in-law, or I mean the mother of your boyfriend is in the kitchen and you are sitting in the living room.
Okay.
It's not allowed. That's the end of your relationship, actually. Yes, it's really it's prohibited.
Wow, wow, wow. Anything else? Anything else that's not acceptable?
Because we are speaking about communication. There is also another thing that we can mention. When an elderly person and a younger one are talking, I think it is not allowed for the younger one to stand while the elderly one is sitting. So usually when the elderly one is on the floor, so you have also to bend and sit completely with him. So when you stand and everybody sees you that you stand and he is on the floor, then everybody will come and tell you, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? So it is not allowed. Even in communication, there are some principles that you have to respect.
Let me ask, even then, do young people talk with the elderly? Are they allowed to talk with the elderly?
Yes, it is allowed.
But they need to be, if they're sitting, everybody needs to sit.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think you still need to mind your words.
Okay.
You really need to mind your words. Something that shocked me when I came here is when I saw the children talking to their parent anyhow, daddy, da 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 da. We don't do that in Cameroon.
No,
I've traveled some places and I've seen some kid calling their mother Elizabeth. No, we don't do that in Cameroon. It's mom with respect or dad with respect. Yes.
Yes, yes.
And
I think
also,
it's-
I still remember me calling my dad sir or using formal language to talk to him. So
Oh,
that's-
really?
Yeah, I have to say sir,
Sir.
or use the
Yes,
formal
ma'am.
language every time I talk to him. And also, we address elders in public as aunties and uncles. That's for the kids. Like everybody is auntie and uncle.
Something also, like as she said, we don't call names. One of the problems I've had with many of my classmates here is that I have to see Safari. I have to see Galvez. I said, no, you have to see Dr. Galvez.
Yes.
So I kept on, because in our setting, we don't do that. Even if, I don't know, even if the person allows you, but in fact, we don't even allow. A professor cannot allow a student to call him by his name, like, you can call me Safari, you can call me Herman. That's the end of the respect. So we always make sure that we keep that distance between the younger ones, and until you reach a certain age, that's when they will open up a little bit to the person. Yes.
That's amazing. I really admire these countries, the countries that maintain this level of respect. And yes, of course, there are reasons for that. And that's why we need this kind of program that reminds us that things are different in different cultures. And yes, you have shared with us an incident about something that was unacceptable. Let me ask the rest. Is there any incident that you have experienced here at IAS or here in the Philippines that was related to cultural differences? And how were you able to resolve it?
Me, the 2 weeks I stay here, I never see people here are not greeting. Les gens ne saluent pas quoi.
People don't greet here.
Don't greet?
People, yeah,
Yeah.
because in Cameroon, when I enter in the taxi, I say hello. If what we accept, but yeah, I take the bus, hello. They look at me like.
Yes, like in Cameroon, wherever you go, even if you enter the taxi, you have to greet, and people who enter will greet you as well. But here, she entered the bus and she greeted, and people looked at her like, like she did something wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, ils ne saluent pas.
So people don't greet.
Que ce soit au marché, que ce soit, on ne salue pas celui qu'on connaît, on salue tout le monde.
Whether it's in the market or anywhere, you have to greet. She's saying you don't just greet people you know, you greet everybody, and that's what is lacking here. Like, people greet only those people they
Et
know.
puis ici, les enfants, l'éducation des enfants est un peu... Chez nous là, quand l'adulte entre, l'enfant doit se lever pour lui donner la place dans une maison.
She's talking about children's education here. She said, back home, when an adult enters the room and you are sitting, you're the kid, you have to stand up and give the seat to the elder. But here,
L'enfant assis.
the kids are sitting and the elders are standing.
Et l'adulte est debout.
Interesting.
C'est pas normal.
It's not normal.
C'est pas normal.
You see, these are real struggles that people do experience, and this is the reality. And it's good for us. This program opens our minds to some of the reality that we think it's the norm. I mean, it's acceptable, but to some people, these are really serious issues. I mean, these are serious things. Anything that's yes, Sister Michelle, or
No,
what-
me,
what-
me,
what's
me,
your
I have had
experience?
so many experiences here the first 2 years of my stay, and I've reached a point of once I think I wanted to go back. For example, related to greeting, you will meet with someone, the person will not say hi, nothing. The person will stay next to you, and then few minutes later, I think, can I have water? Excuse me, have we slept together? That's the first thing that will come to my mind. Like, we were taught how to say good morning or good afternoon to everybody we see. Another thing was related to food. One of the shock I had is someone decides, for example, to organize his birthday. He said, let's do a potluck. In Cameroon, we don't do that. If you want to organize your birthday, it's at your own expenses.
Yeah.
So you cannot come and tell me, I want to organize my birthday, and you bring this or that, or I am inviting you to the restaurant, but you pay the bill. No, it's not that. If I invite you, it means I am paying for everything. Something also regarding, for example, potlucks. We don't have much potlucks back home. But whenever we decide to have potluck, as we said a while ago, we give priority to men. Because we believe women were the ones who cooked. So you have the kitchen. So therefore, you need to give priority to men and kids. And men are the ones who are supposed to eat the best parts of the food or the chicken or whatever you have cooked, and women are just happy when they eat what is left. In fact, we believe that we feel full when our husband or the people in front of us are full. But here it was the opposite. And the society here is matriarchal in the sense that women have a really high regard and they have so many things to say. I remember the first day we went here to the market. I was going to the market. For me, it's normal because that's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. But I was with someone, and it was a shock for my husband because the person asked my husband to be the one to hold the bag. Yes. But we don't do, in fact, men don't go to the market back home. So my husband just said, please give me this bag before they stone me. So this is just some of the cultural shock we have experienced when we came here.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you. This is really an eye-opener. Yes, Pastor Gabriel.
Actually, what shocked me when I came here, maybe I don't have to call it shock, but when I look at women's and their role compared to my culture, I just noticed something completely different. It's like the woman is the head of the family, and the husband is like the husband. How do you call it? Because it's kind of husband, and this is really for me something difficult to accept when I consider my culture. But here it is something just normal. Yeah. So it was a shock to me. Maybe when we take Philippines now, the setting of Philippines, what was also shocking to me was when I went out and I saw some girls smoking. Yeah. It is true that in my country you may find in some areas some few girls smoking, but where I come from, I have not yet seen. And when I came here and I saw some girls smoking here and there, it was difficult for me to understand. But later on, I understood that this is part of them. This is their culture. Yeah.
Well, some of the shock that you're experiencing become a shock for us to know, although some of us can easily relate to their shock because we feel the same way too. But let me tell you that this is a good learning experience. Some of these struggles are real and it's out there. So it's good to us to develop a more sense of understanding, of more sense of appreciating on how people may think differently to different practices. Now, in the next few minutes, just share with us what lessons do you have for someone who would like to visit Cameroon? Maybe some short sentences before we close the program. Yes.
Tout le monde qui veut venir au Cameroun est le bienvenu, d'abord.
Everyone that wants to come to Cameroon is welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome to visit.
Seulement dans les 10 provinces, la province du Nord, comme chez le pasteur, vous devez faire très attention avec l'habillement.
But only each province is different. We have 10 provinces, and in the north, you have to be careful with the way you dress, the dress code.
Mais sinon, vous êtes le bienvenu.
Otherwise, you're welcome.
Bienvenue on Cameroon. Bienvenue. Okay, yes.
Cameroon is still, in some parts, is still we are still very conservative people because we still keep those old-fashioned values, and we still think that they are really important. But Cameroon also is a place where foreigners are highly regarded. I think Cameroon is one of the few countries where you take a foreigner to the court, you'll be the one to be locked up. Yes, because they'll ask you, why are you treating a foreigner that way? Yes, so we really give respect to people who visit our country. But the thing is, if we like you, we like you. If we don't like you, we will not miss that. We'll show you that you are not appreciated. Yes, so if you come to Cameroon, people are very sensitive to, especially to dressing. If you mind the way you dress, if you mind the way you are dressed to the people, and few Cameroonians will come to you first. And like here in the Philippines, I've seen some people, whenever you are new somewhere, they'll be the one to come to introduce themselves to you. No. In that way, Cameroonians are a bit shy. Of course, there are some people who are different, but Cameroonians are a bit shy. They see a new face, they will look at that new face. If someone doesn't introduce that new face to you, you can stay there for a year. The people will just look at you until, in the way that, not that they are not friendly, but they don't know who you are, and they don't know how to address to you. You might be maybe a highly regarded person, or you might be a witch, or we don't know. So we are trying to be careful, yes, regarding that. But if not, hospitality, yes, in Cameroon for sure, you'll be very happy, yes.
I believe you. I believe you totally. Thank you.
Maybe the summary of this question is that hospitality is first Cameroonian. Because when you get there, you will be welcome. That is for sure. Even from the airport down where you want to stay, people will respect you until you do something that will lead people to dislike you. Yeah, that is it.
Well, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Bella, Mama, Ms. Michelle, and Pastor Gabriel, thank you so much for...
No.
Yeah, that's it.
Do you want to show us the... Come. Come, let's have a glimpse of the traditional, what do you call that? 1 step forward, 3 step backwards. Yes, please. That we would really enjoy.
But I'm not just going to show the real thing. So it's something like this. You go, you come back. You go, you come back, back.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then you go, come back, you come back, back.
Wow. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you so much, Ms. Michelle. Thank you so much for our Cameroon team. We're so blessed. We learned a lot. And if not only for the time that is against us, I'm sure there's a lot of things that we can learn more and more about this wonderful country. And so that ends our show for today, United in Diversity. I would like to thank all the audience and all those who are watching through the live streaming. We hope to see you in our next United in Diversity, and hope this has been a wonderful time for you, and may God bless each one of you. Let us stay united in diversity. And I just would like to end with asking your questions and comments and suggestions for this program. If you have, please send them to united@is.edu. Email us, and we'll be happy to receive your comments or suggestions. So once again, on behalf of the United in Diversity team, thank you so much for being with us in our program, and may God richly bless each one of us.